Welcome to the Take It Home podcast. The podcast so bad we really should just take it home. I am one of your hosts, Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at Doc717. We've got the usual good-looking crew tonight. I'm gonna give the hot tag to my partner to introduce himself.
Yes, sir. Zach Hendricks. Find me on all social media at Z Hendricks Brand or Country Air at Country Air Official for Facebook and Instagram, and Country Air Brand for Twitter. I'll pass it off to the senior official.
Guys, I'm referee Perch. You can find me at Perch XLV, # for the ref brand, and Waffles Take It Home podcast.
Oh, Ed, what a weekend of waffles it was. Shout out to the big waffle homie, Mr. Klein, starting it off on Sunday. I know me and Zach got some waffles. How are the waffles for you, Perch?
And it was good. I spent the night at my brother's house, woke up that morning. He had pancakes and eggs for me, which was awesome. And then later in the day, we ended up having some waffles. So it was breakfast on all rounds, and it came full circle. By the time the waffles came, it was like the cherry on top. Great, fluffy, wonderful, soaked up the syrup perfectly and the butter. Oh, well worth it.
Yes. Much success for everybody. But we will start this episode how we start every episode. Perch, give us a banger of the week.
Oh man, this week's banger, it comes from an oldie and a goodie. And if it were old cassette tapes or old CDs, I know I've had this one throughout my entire lifetime. The song is "Shock Me" by Kiss.
Okay.
Kiss has got some bangers, and "Shock Me" is probably my favorite.
Kiss is highly good. I don't think I can pull "Shock Me" from my memory, but I know I've heard it. So yeah, can't go wrong. And that is weird that banger of the week is a Kiss song, because I've been thinking about the Kiss Demon lately for some reason.
The Kiss Demon, what a great entity.
Yeah,
That was more than just a wrestler.
Yeah, I know we got to get him back for a little bit last year. Hopefully, sadly he didn't make a return at the Rumble, but
one day he'll be back.
Yeah, one day, maybe we can get some more Kiss Demon.
This was a song where if you see him on a concert DVD or live or anything, Ace Frehley shoots rockets out of his guitar.
Okay, yeah.
And the guitar starts on fire and it goes up. Definitely a good Ace song.
Yeah, I know I've heard it, but I just can't pull it from my memory right now. But I will add that to the Take It Home podcast playlist that you can find down in the description as you're going to like, share, and subscribe with this page and all of our social medias. Go ahead and give that a listen. Listen to Perch's awesome taste in music. Okay, fellas, the wrestlings. There was a lot of wrestling to watch this week. Lots of big shows. Zach, what have you caught?
I would assume most people, I wouldn't say all, but I did watch the Royal Rumble. You guys catch it at all?
I caught some of it. I caught the women's Rumble match, most of it, and Brock and Lashley.
What were your thoughts on Brock and Lashley?
I liked it. Two big meaty men throwing each other around.
Yeah, I liked it. I just wish there was a little bit more back and forth, but I enjoyed it. Lashley, a couple of those German suplexes were kind of scary bumps, but
yeah.
I enjoyed the Shield entrance by Seth Rollins.
I did watch a bit of that. I mean, yeah, nothing goes perfect, but that match was good still.
True, but besides that, I I thoroughly enjoyed Ivory coming back out. Her promo all the way down was very good, very entertaining. So Ivory being back was I enjoyed that a lot.
So here's my thing. I was a huge Ivory fan back in the day. And the Right to Censor version of Ivory is my least favorite version of Ivory.
Is it?
Yes. Especially when she still looks that damn good at 60.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like little Dr. Simmons, big fan of Ivory.
Yeah. Besides the Rumble, what else did I watch? I mean, I caught a little bit of AEW. I mean, we talked about last podcast because we did the podcast late, but I caught up and saw Danhausen make his debut. Very interesting. I'm very interested. I didn't think I would ever like. I'm very interested in seeing like this payoff with Julia Hart. Like,
Yeah, it's actually very interesting.
I'm like been watching it. Like, even like her demeanor with the Varsity Blondes, like you could tell she's getting more attitude with them. On some things. So like I'm like the small things. I'm like, all right, is she like? It'd be interesting to see her with like obviously the storytelling where it takes it, like her with the House of Black. Be a very interesting turn for her because like we've all known her as the cheerleader. So
Yeah,
yeah,
the super bubbly cheerleader. So I think because it's such a contrast, maybe that it's been very interesting.
yeah, totally.
And I mean,
I feel like
yeah, I mean AEW has not been the best at hiding their hand in storytelling to their strength and detriment. So it does seem like it's going that way.
yeah. I feel like there's more wrestling I've seen. I feel like once you guys start talking, I'll be like, oh yeah, I'll do it every week. But besides wrestling, I'd have I did catch up, watched a little bit of Peacemaker. If anyone's seen that.
I have not watched that yet. That is going to go on the queue.
John Cena is hilarious.
John
I
Cena is great in comedies.
I've seen more of John Cena than I thought I'd ever see in episode 1. Like I never thought I'd see John Cena smoking a blunt. Like it's the first.
That's the thing. If you hear John Cena's talked about it, he's not always wanted to be the super baby face that he is. So this is probably like his big chance to get out and do the bad stuff that he had wanted to do.
Yes. Also, when you watch it, don't skip the intro. At least watch the intro once.
Everybody says that.
It's very awkward but funny. Like it's just it's very like what is going on?
The
At least, like,
the meme seems to be never skip the intro, which I'm fine with.
I mean, you have to. Me and Val watched 4 in a row, so by like the 4th one, like we skipped the intro. So
Okay.
not gonna lie, like
disappointment.
I'm so sorry. Let's erase that off the record. But yeah, like I said, besides like what I'm gonna hear you guys say something, it's gonna pop in my head. Like, yeah, I do watch that. I did see that, but oh, one other thing, I did see the clip from PWG. Pretty sure everyone saw it. Blake Christensen with that catch on that dive, the cutter.
Yep.
Oh my god, talk about smooth.
And shout out to Jack Cartwheel also being the first guy at PWG to dive from that balcony.
Oh, is he? That's awesome.
Yeah. So it gets overlooked on the cutter, but he is the first person to dive from that balcony that he leapt from.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad I didn't know that. I was so like mesmerized by the cutter. I definitely want to catch that. See Daniel Garcia go all the way. I'm definitely like looking forward to seeing like that whole tournament. So
the problem with PWG is like they put their shit out
DVD
super far away.
super far out.
Yeah. feel like this won't come out
for a while.
for a while.
Well, maybe YouTube will be fine, and we'll have lucky fans.
Yeah, you'll probably be able to find highlights pretty quickly, but like finding the whole show, that's going to be a while.
For sure.
But it happens. Perch, have you watched anything this week?
Man, last week's AEW was on fire. That opening ladder match with Cody and Sammy. Wow. It's just pro wrestling right now is getting topped every day, every week. Go from that Lucha scramble match from GCW last weekend right into, and they also had the ladder match over there too, and right into AEW rocking a ladder match to start the show off. I mean, the superplex from the top of the ladder was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best
spot of the match.
One of the best moments with the corner turnbuckle right there, the precision to hit a superplex from up there, plus the weight displacement. Crazy. Yeah, that was awesome to see. Paul Turner and Aubrey Edwards holding the ladders at bottom. That's a life-saving job that doesn't need recognition. It just needs to be done. And those guys did a phenomenal job.
Yes. I know that has been divisive. I believe this podcast is on the side of it's fine as long as the referee is helping both guys. That's how we've been taught. Like, as long as the referee is helping both guys, it's fine.
And for moments like that, especially on TV, the camera can cut certain things out, and it makes magic happen. That cutter that Sammy ended up hitting is about as perfect as something can be done.
I don't think we would have gotten the Blake Christian cutter had we not gotten the Sammy cutter.
That's true.
This week.
That Sammy cutter was great.
Yeah, they just keep topping one show to the next.
Yeah,
pro wrestling is in such a good way right now.
Like, I don't know if fans realize this. We watch what's going on, and we want to be better. So yeah, things like seeing that Sammy cutter probably inspired that Blake cutter, and you're probably going to see another crazy cutter in the next couple months.
Yeah, it's a fun part about pro wrestling. We're all fans, and we're all trying to do the best we can, and we all get inspiration from one another. So yeah, that match just had so many cool moments to it. I really enjoyed it, and finally a shot to the noggin with the belt, and Sammy's the champ. That was fun. Moxley had another fight on Friday night against the Acclaimed. It was Bowens he was going up against.
Yep.
And Caster certainly got his by the end of it.
Yep.
Fun match. I love seeing Mox and Danielson looking on. So could set up for a good path between those two.
Yep.
Looking forward to
AEW doesn't hide where they're going.
But yeah, some good episodes. Been starting to watch New Japan Strong. Some good wrestling, good guys. People I've been able to be in the ring with, a couple of them, and it's cool to see them rocking the New Japan on the West Coast here. Just a good mixture of pro wrestling going on and a great presentation. Good referees out there too, and watching Pro Wrestling Noah as well. Trying to get my fill. There was a show. He goes from a gymnasium, a classic. You never know what arena it's going to be. And it was good. The guy from Congo was going at it. Just good wrestling all across the world.
Yep. Myself, it's mostly been YouTube watching. I've been watching a lot of our matches lately because of stuff that we've been working on. That I'm sure you fans will see in the next couple days or whatever. Been watching some the Naturals matches from TNA. Just got into a mood of watching TNA when I got into it and watching the people who got me into it, like the Naturals and America's Most Wanted and Chris Sabin. So it's been mostly a nostalgia trip for me. I watched Dynamite last week. Not enough can be said about the ladder match. Freaking Sammy and Cody killed it. I don't know if that's a heel turn for Cody on Fuego. I'm sure Fuego Dos will have something to say about this. But yeah, just more of a nostalgia trip and getting some stuff ready for you fans and stuff. So I've been watching a lot of our old matches and stuff. So yeah, but more importantly, we had a very busy weekend, fellas.
Well, quick thing. I don't know if anyone mentioned it. The Royal Rumble, seeing Mickey James come out the Impact title was something.
Oh
cool.
yeah, that was awesome. That was an awesome visual. Oh, I do have some things to say actually about the Women's Royal Rumble. Mickey coming out with the Impact title. Did not think that would happen.
Well, she came out to her hardcore song as well.
Yep. So didn't think those would happen. Sasha coming out in the Sailor Moon gear. Awesome. Big fan. But we're not talking about how for my nerds out there, we're not talking about how oh god, why can't I remember her work name right now? Selena Vega coming out in the full Madara Uchiha gear. So I always love when wrestlers go all out on their gear. I know me and Zach had a talk with Jake Painter about gear over the weekend. So always appreciate when wrestlers go all out. And also want to talk about from the Royal Rumble, since we're talking about Noah and New Japan, can we talk about that Johnny Knoxville forearm?
Oh, Johnny Knoxville's forearm. Holy hell. Did anyone else feel like he was like, it was pretty much a jackass skip, but like he threw full force and knew he was getting one right back. Like that forearm was fucking great. Everything Knoxville did was great in that.
Yeah. Oh, and Bad Bunny is the best celebrity wrestler of all time.
Oh yeah. The Canadian Destroyer on Riddle.
And I don't think it's close.
I agree. I mean, yeah, I would definitely like Bad Bunny. He sells the best. Like everything he does, like he's better than some guys.
Yeah. Like, give my props to him. He's one of those, a fan who's passionate and clearly respects the business.
Yeah.
So appreciate that. But like I was saying, we had a super busy weekend. Let's start with Perch. How was your weekend?
Yeah, it was a great time. Back at Buena Vista Banquets in West Allis. Such a fun venue. Had great times there with MKE Wrestling when Silas ran back in the day. We were back for Fourth Wall Wrestling last Friday and had a blast. A very fun show all around. Good people on hand. You guys were there. First match I had was Chucky Bates against Rough Crossing. Good character work. They got that crowd up into a frenzy. Rough was supposed to face someone and they weren't there, and he goes, well, there's no one in the back crazy enough to fight me. And right when he said crazy, that crowd piped up and they were hollering for Chucky Bates. And sure enough, a minute later, Chucky comes out of the curtain and that place was loud. But right when he said crazy, the crowd picked up. It was a cool moment. and a fun match all the way till some people say Chucky got screwed, but I don't know what they're talking about.
It's like you didn't see it. Didn't happen.
And then the next match was fun. Aesop against the Marman in an I Quit match. Really enjoyed that. Love different match stipulations. And on any given night, you never know what you're going to have. And Tommy Young is one of my favorite referees. And a match that he did a long time ago that was well known and it was brought to my attention many years ago was an I Quit match between Terry Funk and Ric Flair. So I love harnessing back to an I Quit match and trying to give everything I can into that role, just like Tommy Young did back in the day. Very fun match. I didn't hear the words "I quit." I certainly said them many times in a question form, but Mario was unconscious, so I had to stop the match before things got out of hand. And the final match was
That's what referees are all about, guys.
Safety. Number one, safety. Hard hat area, and safety is number one priority. Next match was CJ Cole against Juan Hernandez. And that was a fun match overall. Again, Juan ended up getting the win. However, Derek St. Holmes, who was on hand as commissioner and announcer, said that Juan cheated to win. So, as Derek said, the match restarts. And I said, hey, if Derek St. Holmes says it, then it's happening.
Yeah.
They
What
restart.
happened to CJ's head?
CJ took an elbow in the match, and he ended up getting busted open, and he was bleeding pretty good in that match. It was a good, triumphant, performance, especially being a blood feud or a heated feud amongst these guys. To see a little bit of color in there was wild, and yeah, it was an elbow that got him. Elbows are for real.
Yep.
And,
elbows cut.
And CJ ended up getting the victory by the end of it. So a fun match and a fun night overall. Then Sunday we had Galley Lucha, which was a great time. Opening match was a scramble match. Chucky Bates was in there as well with a handful of luchadors. Manny ended up picking the win. Manny Cortez, that is. Picked up the victory. A very fun match. The next one was a tag team match featuring La Sociedad with Jay Manny, Chuco, and Axel Rico on the outside as a manager against you guys, Country Air. Very fun match. To have the history that we all have. Manny, Chuco, ourselves, we go back, about 4 years. So to have the opportunity to be inside the ring, any state, any place, happens to be in Chicago for a lucha promotion, it was a cool experience where we're all able to meet up at the same time, going back to those La Pica Lounge tag team matches that we've had and contests and stuff. It's been a long journey, and it's fun to meet up on any given day, and that was fun to have you guys match on Sunday. And then the final match I had of the night was 3 good guys against 3 bad guys. Rudos Technicos, a classic tale. Bandolero, Ricky Cruz, and Jake Painter were the Technicos, the good guys. And let's just say they got their butts kicked by the end of it. It was a fun match, and the bad guys prevailed. And I don't really have a voice after that match, but it was a good time overall.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, Galley's a wild time, which we will get into shortly. But first, Zach, want to talk about our first show?
Yes, sir. Friday, we were at Fourth Wall Wrestling, where we defended our golden jackets against the Milwaukee Stretching Crew. I mean, this was a match I was definitely looking forward to. I never worked Shooter Scott. I've only like had one match with Drake Daniels, so definitely like I like working new guys, and this is a new tag team. I think they thought they could step up, but Doc, what happened?
Yeah, they're a new tag team, but we are a seasoned tag team. A blackened salmon pasta tag team, if you will. Flavors have long simmered, and they're just not to our level yet.
Not yet, but they had some miscommunications, and nice air buddies to Shooter Scott got us the 1, 2, 3, and right after that, quickly we threw on the sweatpants, and where did we go?
We drove an hour to Frozen Tundra Wrestling in Waterloo, and I got there as our opponent's music was playing.
Opponent's music was hit. They were walking out the curtain. Doc and I were taping up our wrist, trying to go through our gear bags, grab the belts, go out, put on a 15-minute banger with NDS. I mean, I know we're gonna have some more, so get ready to get hit again, you pretty motherfuckers. But yeah, 15-minute banger, semi-main event, and Doc, how'd it go?
Another win and another retention for your mama's favorite tag team. We are still the Frozen Few tag team champ. Yeah, it was a real fun match. NDS, we've known those guys for a while. This is our first one-on-one, two-on-two, whatever you want to call it. Crowd was into it. What more can you ask for?
So then, like, it wasn't our match, but the main event of Frozen Tundra.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, you like big men slapping meat.
Yeah.
You like good traditional old school wrestling. Marche Rocket versus Silas Young. That was a banger of a match. Silas knocked the ref down. Silas with cheap low blows. Silas having Mikey whip.
Mikey Wild.
Mikey Wild come out and try to help him out, pulling everything out of the playbook, and at the end got caught with a cutter by Marche with the 1, 2, 3. Marche's your new Frozen Tundra US Highway 151 heavyweight champion.
Yes, sir. Yeah, great main event. I can't speak well about Frozen Tundra enough. They've got a great venue. They've got they are developing their dedicated fans, and they stream on Twitch, which is very rare for a Wisconsin promotion. So be sure to follow them on Twitch so you can check that awesome main event, and more importantly, our match when that gets posted. So keep an eye out for that.
Yes, sir. I know Saturday was R&R for us.
Yes, much needed.
Sunday, as Perch mentioned, we made our way down to Galley Lucha, where we took on Caribbean Arrogance of Chuco and Jay Manny. And unfortunately, we had the W in hand, but we got to figure out some way to get rid of that third person. They pulled Perch out of the ring, stopped the count. Shenanigans,
right?
Shenanigans. I declare shenanigans. It's official. Everyone grab a broom. It's shenanigans.
Hey, Farva, what's that restaurant that's got all that crazy stuff on the wall? Shenanigans, right? You're talking about shenanigans?
Yeah. Most importantly, like Galley was super welcoming. Like, we did a couple of Galley shows back in the day, but nothing like how it is now. We did Mole Fest when we tagged the Puma. We done one. I forgot the building. Perch. Do you remember the first Galley show we did?
Yeah, Tally Hall.
Tally Hall. That was a fun one, but this venue was super cool. I've been here before, never wrestled in front of the crowd. The Galley Lucha crowd's super hype. The clackers are always one of my favorites. They did all the shit talk. The fans did all the shit talking for us because we didn't know how. So super
Yeah.
appreciate the fans.
I know very, very minimal Spanish, and even then you have to speak real slow, which usually they're not going to do. But they talked all the shit for us, and I appreciate that. It makes my job easier.
Yeah, and they seemed like they enjoyed us. So hopefully we'll be coming back and doing some more Galley.
Yes, sir. Can't wait. Can't wait. Like I said, fun weekend for all of us. Fun weekend for all of us. Lots of matches all around. And there is a big match coming up from WWE. That is Elimination Chamber. I think we've done this topic before, but it's probably been about a year. And I think as more people have popped up and as we've discovered more, I think this will be fun to do again. So I pose a question to the homies. What 6 wrestlers would you like to see of any era in an Elimination Chamber match? I'm gonna go down the line. Let's go with me. Ha, I'll start. And because it's my topic, I'm gonna fuck with the rules. It will be a tag team Elimination Chamber match. And
throwing curveballs.
Yep. The teams will be Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian,
I'm assuming the Hardy Boys.
the Hardys, the Brainbusters, Tully and Arn, the Von Erichs, and the Lucha Bros. I've had a real nostalgic feel for that era of Edge and Christian, Hardys, and the Dudleys lately, and just how fun tag team wrestling was at that time and how many other good tag teams there were. But because those 3 were just so amazing and putting on banger after banger with each other, that they kind of held the tag team gold hostage around that time.
I mean, they created the TLC match, a match that's like, I mean, they have a whole pay-per-view based off a match that tag team wrestling made. Can we
Yeah.
Pretty damn cool.
Yep. Pretty awesome. Brainbusters. We steal a lot from the Brainbusters. We are highly influenced. We might do more flips, but we watch a lot of their pacing and how they set things up. We are highly influenced by the Brainbusters. So that's just one as an idol group I've got to put in. Von Erichs, legendary tag, legendary family in wrestling, legendary tag. Like nobody could get the fans as hype as them, and I just think that they would bring like amazing energy into an Elimination Chamber match. And they did have that wild cage match years ago that I can't think of who they were wrestling, but wild cage match. And Lucha Bros, probably the best tag team in the world, or at least one of the best tag teams in the world. Been a big fan of Pentagon and Phoenix since Lucha Underground. I'll always say that it was a triple threat with Pentagon, Phoenix, and Drago that got me into watching Lucha Underground and got me back into watching wrestling and eventually being like, I can do this and becoming a wrestler. So I'd have to throw those guys in there. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Perch.
Yeah, great one. I had a pick, but they were summed up by a few of yours already, Dre. So I've got to
take them. This isn't
Dudley Boys, Hardy Boys, and Edge and Christian, just because they would rock it from back in the day with the TLC matches. I think it would be cool to see him in an Elimination Chamber. But no, you already got that. You got the enjoyment out of those guys already wrapped up. So in my Elimination Chamber match, we would take it and stretch the continents here. We would have a mixture of Chono, Hashimoto, and Muda, or KG Mudo. The three of them, not the great Muda, for the sake of the chamber would just be too much clutter. Give us the great Muda in an open ring. So we would take KG Mudo, Hashimoto, and Chono, and the other three would be Triple H, Kurt Angle, and The Rock. Kind of 6 guys from an era, really, the both of them.
Yeah.
It's just not many years removed from when everyone was on top, but guys that didn't get to mix it up, and matchups that I could just dream of with just the best of the best. Some of my favorites to watch from Japan, and to see those guys from the 90s and the style of fighting they had.
All of them were pillars of wrestling in either America or Japan at one point or another.
And then the US guys in there, just the workhorses. See Kurt Angle mixed with those guys would be unbelievable. Just to be able to hang with that style. Triple H was just the old school wrestling ability, the storytelling, and then The Rock was just the larger than life personality and the attitude that he brings. I think it would make for a great mix-up. And who knows, maybe they all turn on each other, and it's every man for themselves by the end of it. Starts out as teams, ends as maybe every man for themselves. Some trickery, some backstabbing in there.
Oh yeah, there's the general national pride, and then the realization that only one of us can win.
Yep, some double crossing going on amongst the guys. But yeah, that would be the 6 that, now that you mention it, Dre, and I think about it, I'm disappointed that I can't see it happen. Damn it.
Well, perhaps you should seek out Kurt Angle versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Ooh, good call.
Now
that'll whet the appetite.
That did happen, at least.
There we go. We'll take it.
I believe that's the one. I believe it's Shinsuke. Yeah, I think I'm somebody in the comments, if I'm wrong, correct me who it was, but I'm pretty sure it's Shinsuke. And you'll know what I'm talking about, whoever corrects me in the comments. Zach, what's your Elimination Chamber match looking like?
I think I'm going all guys who go pedal to the metal, balls to the wall, crazy shit. So I'm going to obviously put Ricochet in.
Okay.
And if I put Ricochet in, I got to put Will Ospreay in.
Fair.
And if I put Will Ospreay in, I got to put Blake Christensen in.
Okay.
And if I put Blake Christensen in, I got to put Alex Zane in. So I feel like those 4 alone are going to do a bunch of crazy shit on the chamber. And then the guy was like, all right, who else can I get? I thought about Trey Miguel, but then I was like, well, that's half of Warriors main event one time. So that's kind of happened. So I was like, any error, Eddie Guerrero in there, because he can fly, but he can also be kind of like the Jack Eddie, where he's the powerhouse of the smaller guys.
Yep, it can at least slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, and get that solid. I mean, not saying these guys wouldn't have great heel work, because Alexander, I could definitely tell the character he's forming is going to be super fun to watch.
Yeah,
but this heel Eddie doing stuff would be great. And then last, that one's who would I put in last? Maybe. So that's actually, he was my first round pick. So Aleister Black, just because need a good cynical character as well.
Okay.
I think Aleister Black, obviously he can move, but him and Eddie could be the guys who slow things down.
Yeah. And Alistair can slow it down. Oh yeah, both of those guys are good at slowing it down, but they can go just as fast as the other ones.
Yeah, but I would be very interested to see like the first four, the innovative things they would do.
Yeah. It always, yeah, that would be fun. That'd be fun. So, knowing them, they could probably jump like clear across chamber to chamber.
Knowing them, they could probably somehow escape the top and like do something from the top to the tables.
Yeah, knowing them. That'd be a wild one. That would be a wild one.
You would have to like you would probably have to put like Eddie and like Alistair coming out at number 3 and number 5.
Yeah, just to keep it a little bit under control.
Yeah, like 2 guys are going balls to the wall. One of them come out, slow it down.
Yeah, let's just breathe, guys, breathe.
No, yeah, definitely that'd be like a very high packed, lightweight, light heavyweight division match.
Yeah. And we had like what, half or 66% of that in the same place at the same time for a little bit.
Yeah, it never happened.
Yeah. Could have been fun. Yes. All right, but no, yeah, that was fun. Great matches. I'd be very excited to watch those over what we're probably gonna get if some rumors are true.
If the rumor's true, I'm not happy.
Yeah. So we shall see. But you never know. Today's storyline is not tomorrow's storyline.
Does someone still have money in the bank or no? Is that already been cashed in?
What's up?
I says, there's still money in the bank contract hanging out there, or that has that been cashed in?
No, yeah, it was Big E. It's already been cashed.
I forget who had money in the bank.
Yeah, that's already been cashed. It's gotta be an awesome time to have Money in the Bank not be a pay-per-view and just come back in Mania for just a match.
Agreed.
I'd enjoy that. But you know what else I enjoy? Us actually wrestling. So Perch, what do you have on the docket for the weekend?
Getting ready for this Friday night, AAW Legacy in Chicago. It's going to be on Fight TV. We're going to do a live taping beforehand, which will end up being, I think, on YouTube now, AAW Alive. And then we're going to have a full pay-per-view starting at 7:30. Laredo Kid is taking on Matt Fitchett for the heavyweight title, which will be pretty cool. And Leo Rush and Josh Alexander are going at it. Silas Young and the Corn Belt Cowboy Manders in a bull rope match. It should be a good old-fashioned hardcore fun night of pro wrestling. AAW doesn't disappoint.
Oh, is that all you got? Light weekend for you?
Yeah.
All right, don't worry, we ain't got much more. Zach, what we got on the docket?
On the docket, we are heading down to AAW. We are not booked. Again, we are not booked, people. We're going down to help out, pay those dues, and earn those opportunities that will eventually lead to bookings, hopefully in the future. We'll have gear if they need a tag team to come in, but or singles, don't matter. We do it all. But yeah, AAW going to help out, definitely pay the dues. And then after that, we're going to head down to Rocket Pro Wrestling down in somewhere in Illinois.
Joliet.
Joliet.
Yep.
Joliet, where we find ourselves in a triple threat tag match for the Rocket Pro tag titles, debuting, wrestling the champions coast to coast, and youth gone wild at the age of 40.
Yep. So another promotion, another debut, another tag team title shot. not saying that I haven't been influenced by the Dudleys, Hardys, and Edge of Christian lately, so you probably want to come check that out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. I'm excited to debut at Rocket Pro. Locker room. Seems like a lot of good homies that we know, so it should be a good show.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I lost my train of thought.
All good. That's why you're the pretty one. But on that note, I think we can start winding it down. Zach, do you have any final thoughts or questions?
Not no.
All right. Perch, final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, I had an epic thriller in that Nintendo 64, Toucan Road 2, the next generation New Japan video game. We'll just call it the N64 New Japan game from '98. I was Muda against Chono. I had the championship, and it was a legitimate 32, 33 minute back and forth thriller. Went for the moonsault 2-3 times. Chono got the knees up every time. Went for the mist, hit him. He countered right back and got me in the STF. And Muda lost the title. Sad night on the N64.
Sad beers for the Perchville household.
Epic thriller though. Normally I would turn the game off or unplug it or yank the controller really fast so it would reset it.
Yeah.
But I took this one as an honorable defeat. Maybe it's the New Japan, but I don't know. I took the honorable defeat and let it stand.
Oh, okay. But now here comes the redemption arc.
Yeah, total redemption. It's coming. It's coming.
Very nice, very nice. Hey, that's the best place to take it home. Everybody, start your own redemption arc, like Purchase. This has been the Take It Home podcast. Y'all be easy. 1.